Hey yo, it's Shanti. Welcome to the Shanti Show. I'm here with
DJ Medusa.
first and foremost Medusa. We met at I just like this story. I just like this story. We met at Blind Pig. It was one of my first times like ever coming to Blind Pig, and I immediately enjoyed everything you were playing. It was like phenomenal. I was like, it was my really kind of first time going out in like a public setting as of that. And I was just like, I was dancing. It was amazing music to be like dancing to. You like the 808s was just hitting. It was like, oh, it was lovely. And I was sweating. It was an amazing experience. Um, and really, when I found out you was a real one, is when you invited us to live. I really enjoyed that. I was like, that's not something most people do. I was like, and we just met. I know you met Mario beforehand, but like you and I just met, and you were like you guys gotta like calm down, calm down. And like you said, you can be yourself, but just like at a lower level. And I was like, that's true, that's true, that's true. I get you. I get you. So I just appreciate that immediate like welcoming. So I have to thank you for that off rip. Um, but in general, so as of now, I really just want to know the beginning of you. Usually it's how we start. Beginning of you. How did you get into DJing?
Um, well, I've always been a dancer my whole life, so that's probably why a lot of times I like to get people to dance when I'm DJing. Um, I grew up around a lot of music lovers, a lot of dancers, a lot of people that listen to a lot of different kinds of music. My mom had CD collections and, you know, DVDs and all kinds of stuff. Um, Yeah, I used to like make mix CDs for my music teacher when I was in like sixth, seventh grade, eighth grade.
Wow, that's pretty early.
Yeah.
Mix CDs. Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 28. That's so funny.
You
You said mix CDs. Hold on. What the fuck, old ass motherfucker?
28 is not old, but
I'm
mix
about to be
CDs.
29, but yeah, I'm 28.
Those stuff, those stuff. Can I ask when your birthday is?
March 23rd, Aries baby.
Oh, nice, nice. We're coming up. We're coming up. Aries as well. April 5th. April
Hey,
5th. We're
that's
coming
what's
up.
up.
So mixing CDs, like you said, sixth grade
Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
teacher. Can I ask? So you said that you enjoyed dancing. I want to know what got you into dancing.
Well, I danced ever since I could walk. My mom was a big dancer. My family's all big dancers. In terms of like taking dance classes, my brother was the first one to take dance classes, and I was like, I want to be just like him. I want to sign up for dance classes too. So, yeah.
Do you still dance to this day?
Yeah, I have my master's degree in dance. Right
Oh
now.
wow,
Yeah.
wow.
That's why I moved to U or to Ann Arbor, UM.
That's really nice. So you moved here. Can I ask where you're from?
I'm from Chicago originally.
Oh, dope stuff. We love Chicago. At least I love Chicago.
You went to college to dance?
Yeah.
Like, was it like you just walk in the like? How is that? Like was it like Step It Up? Like I'm thinking like it's like
Hell
a musical,
yeah,
like
no.
a fucking like.
No, it was
Like you must turn in your assignment. Or like everybody do your dance, and then everybody boom, be in alignment, and then everybody just don't sit in their seats. They just go get out their seats.
Yeah.
Like high school music go, and then be like you off beat. Like some shit like that. Is that like how'd it go?
It's pretty much accurately exactly it.
Are you for real?
No, I'm just kidding.
Like
no, but it was my undergrad life is very different than my grad school life. You dance all the time. You also do academic classes. So a lot of times you're in classes from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because you have classes, then you have dance classes, then you have rehearsals, like all that. So it's definitely like takes a lot of discipline, a lot more discipline than people probably realize. They probably think like, oh, you go to dance, it's so fun. And it is fun, but it's also a lot of hard work. I also feel like a lot of artists have more to prove in academia just because people feel like it ain't shit to be an artist.
You go to you say you're in college right now. You in graduate college right now?
No, I already have my master's degree. I'm actually moving.
We're retarded. We never went to college. You wanna know what none of that mean? I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay, so that means
We have been to college. Don't say that.
Retarded.
We went to WCC for a whole semester.
I was taking them fucking
and
checks.
You was doing well.
I was taking them checks.
I wasn't doing well. You was doing well.
So I got my undergraduate degree.
So undergraduate
is
like
school. That's like the first degree you get. You know, usually people go and they're like 18, 4-year. Associate's degree is like 2 years.
18 for 4 years, and then so that's a graduate.
That's an undergrad, and then you go back to get your master's degree. That's like graduate school.
What's different?
And then if you want to get your PhD or a doctorate, that's another thing. So I have 2 degrees, basically.
Oh, so it's basically just saying, all right, what level was this person at in this field, basically?
Yes.
So you have one for dance, and what's that other one?
They're both for dance. One is a bachelor's in fine arts in dance, and the others is a master's in
Oh, shit, you know this nigga named Mook?
No.
Gotta connect you. Yeah. He a dancer. He like a real, like, he a Memphis dancer. He like he know all the styles, and like I'm guarantee y'all like have like a fun dance conversation.
Okay. So you said like dancing, it kind of like in high school, not high school, but college, collegiate dancing. It's like it's more rigid than people may think.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking a lot about just the music industry and just like all this stuff and how kind of disciplined you have to be. Mm-hmm. And anytime I speak to you, you seem as if you have something like, oh, I got a gig, I'm doing this. You seem like you've officially made this occupation for yourself.
Yeah.
Can I ask you your like just coming about that? How easy has it been for you to switch over from like this high level of dance to what you're doing now?
Yeah, I think for a long time, I'll start with this. When I was in undergrad, maybe like 19 years old, I had a professor there that basically told us like, get rid of the idea that your only option is to be a starving artist. Like, get rid of the idea that your only option as an artist is to like have multiple jobs and like all these other things. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think a lot of us coming up as artists were taught how to like sustain ourselves in other ways rather than using our art to sustain ourselves like financially or emotionally and everything else. Are you fully committed to the arts? Yeah, I'm like a full-time artist right now. So like, thank you. I don't have like all my jobs and side jobs are all arts related.
That's beautiful.
So I was a bartender, I was a server, So I think I got to a point that I'm like, if I'm really gonna invest in this, I have to make time to invest in it and be disciplined about it, or else I'm not gonna eat or pay my bills or like have enough money to be creative and produce my own things and all of that.
That's lovely. So talk about sacrifice. I think in order to like transition from like life, like I don't know, to be really fully committed as you are, I think there takes sacrifices. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Can I ask about a few of those sacrifices that you have made to be able to do this?
I've lived away from my family for about like 10 years now. Like my family in Chicago, just me being in school, me traveling. I'm about to move again. So I think now that I'm getting older, that's kind of becoming like more and more of a sacrifice for me, as like my elders are getting older, as my cousins, their children are all getting older. That is like becoming more of a sacrifice for me. Friendships, relationships, like you have to have the ability, as people that are like artists that are in motion, you have to have the ability to attach and detach, and the ability to like realize that you have foundations in many places. Like just because you're not in the same physical location as like some person in your network doesn't mean the network isn't there.
Okay.
So I think having those sacrifices are difficult, but then you also have to like recognize that, okay, well, at least it's like this foundation that I have in this other place.
Fair enough. Do they ever like come out to visit? Do they ever come out to shows?
Yeah.
Like things of that nature?
Yeah, they try. They're far. They do try. My mom recently came to visit me for like a few days. She like rode up on the Amtrak train and like hung out with me for a couple days.
Like, what specific place are you from in Chicago?
I'm from the South Side. I'm from Morgan Park.
Oh,
Yeah, Morgan Park, Beverly. I'm like right on the border of the two.
The only thing I know about South Side is
We never 63rd.
no, not even. It's a show. It's on Netflix. Oh my
Probably
goodness.
Shameless.
Shameless.
Yeah.
Shameless. Oh my doobie golly.
Yeah.
Shameless. Most definitely Shameless. But so like, do you ever go back? And it was so would you go back?
I try to go back as often as I can. I was going back a lot, especially when I moved to Michigan from Illinois. Because I have friends doing shows, I have people I want to see. So like any opportunity I got, I would go back. But then I had to start being bold and saying no and like taking care of myself and not just like burning myself out to go all these places.
Fair enough. Okay. As of now, I just really want to get into the creative process.
Cool.
As of now, like as it is. I know you said it in the beginning, like kind of what sparked the interest in DJing. Kind of dates back to always. You said like 6th grade.
I think probably earlier than that, but I want to say I was making like legit making mix CDs for my music teacher in like 5th, 6th grade.
Okay. So then let's start there. When did you feel as though you were interested in music?
I have always been interested in music. I think I grew up in a household that my mom was always listening to music. You know, it was like that Latin household, Sunday morning cleaning with the music blasting, you know. There is that, you know, music was always a big part of family gatherings for us. Like,
can I ask your nationality?
I'm Puerto Rican. Both my parents are Puerto Rican.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Are you're Puerto Rican? Are your parents from like Puerto Rico or?
My grandparents are all from Puerto Rico. My parents were born in Chicago.
Are you close to your grandparents? Do they ever tell you stories about back home?
Yeah. My grandfather, like, he barely speaks English. And my grandmother was a teacher in Chicago for a long time. So, yeah, they both will tell me stories about Puerto Rico. My grandfather still lives in Puerto Rico part-time, and he'll live in Chicago part-time.
That's really dope. Those are the best stories for me. Like my grandpa's stories about this life. I'm like, wow. What?
Yeah.
That's
we
really
love
nice.
an elder story.
Okay, so just to get back on track, so always been enjoying music. When you got into like in a space of making your own, I just want to know your setup. What were you making your own music on? Things of that nature.
I was making music on a borrowed MacBook and a keyboard from a thrift store.
Wow.
And I still have that same keyboard. But I did start learning music production like in an actual production class.
Wow.
At like U of M. And then I was like during COVID time as well. So I was like in a class and then was in a space where I had access to like equipment that I needed to produce. And then in the middle of that like course, we were all inside.
You said this is during COVID?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Like that's most definitely like, did you feel as though COVID like affected your music creation? Like, did it give you more time or was it just a little bit more like difficult to move around, things of that nature?
I think I had more time, but I had less guidance.
Yeah.
Like outside guidance, which was okay. It just, I think it shifted my trajectory. I don't necessarily know if that's like positive or negative, but.
Fair enough. Less outside guidance. What do you feel like you had more of that outside guidance? Like after COVID, like you felt as though you had, because as to say, where does your vision come from? Like you have, I think in order to make music, you need artistic vision. And of course you've always had that. It comes from within. But when it comes to like guidance from others, I think I appreciate this guy so much simply because he molds me in other ways, and maybe I don't like the way he molds me, but he most definitely assists me. Do you feel like you have that assistance from anybody else?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are artists. Like when I have people visit me from out of town, they're like, "Oh, damn! Like you're surrounded by people that make music. You're surrounded by dancers. You're surrounded by DJs." So I think that's part of it. Like it's inspiring if you're like hanging out with your homie that's playing a beat in the background and you're like, oh damn, I'd hop on this track, even though you've never hopped on a track before. That literally happened to me. I was hanging at a friend's house doing a meeting for an event that we were about to have together. He was playing a track in the background. Pat Too Dope. Shout out Pat Too Dope.
Shout out.
He was playing a track. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to hop on this track right now. And I'm not even a person that like write raps like that, but it's like one of those things that like you get the bug a little bit sometimes. And then like I have a lot of DJ and producer friends that'll like hang at my crib and produce music. So then I like will get into production that way. So I definitely am in a place of like having guidance back and forth with like my people, my peers, and realizing that that's in like many different realms. Like it goes within music, DJing, dancing, lighting, production, like all types of things.
With your, I remember you telling me that you have like that you and your boyfriend, like your boyfriend raps and that you used his vocals in your like creation, and I thought that was really dope. So I really just want to know like your relationship with like rappers or artists in general, and like do they influence your art in itself?
Yeah.
Like, do you hate it? Do you hate artists in general?
No, I love artists.
Oh my goodness, don't tell me to do
A nigga ever tell you to play some music in the club and then that shit was ass or some shit like that? You ever got that basic ass moment? They be like, play this. And they be like, poopy scoop.
Yeah, you ever get a poopy scoop?
I don't take requests for that reason. I'm like, I think I'm probably at this point like notorious for not taking requests.
Even if they got like,
and I don't even feel bad about it.
Pocket full of hundreds, be like, hey.
No.
Damn.
No. Right. I'm like, man, no, you don't owe me. Fuck you.
One thing though, at least you true with it. Like I tell them this on this. I like the artists that be like, I hate the artists that be like, oh, features, and it be like I hate some artists that you just pay for features. Like I hate that shit. That shit seems so like ownish, like so holy. Like I like that you got the at least type of stand for it. I see that. But I'm gonna ask you this stuff too. Which one do you think you fall in love with more?
That's my question. Give me a second.
What?
Okay, repeat your question again. How do I feel about artists, working with artists, collaborating with artists? I think a lot of times, like especially like you mentioned, like my ex or whatever, in situations like that, I feel like I'm a person that I know like what I'm capable of. So I feel like I suggest like, oh, you know, like if you need help with this thing, especially when like people are struggling. Like my ex, there's a lot of things that I've like was able to offer help in, but then there's like
the thing of her hardest not to talk no shit. She said,
I really am.
This nigga
I really am.
hard.
I really not. No, I'm not trying to not talk shit, but I'm trying to say this in a way that's like appropriate, you know?
Fair enough.
So
hell no, we keep it raw over here.
Fuck off.
Real life.
Yo, okay. Let me gather myself. Hold on.
I feel like the whole point, I want people to understand you.
Okay, so basically, my ex like had a thing about, you know, oh, you know, I can't get too used to you doing this thing because what about if we break up? Or I can't, which is like, struggle on the flyer for 4 hours. Yeah. I could have did that in 30 minutes or like whatever it is. It's like your ego is flowers. Like your ego is like, sometimes people's egos get in the way of them moving more efficiently with collaboration. Yeah. So I think that's one thing that like will peeve me about working with people. But stuff like that, I peep that and I just don't collaborate with them again.
Yeah.
Or if it's like I peep, you know, a collaboration with somebody else and I realize, oh, you know, the way this person moves is similar to how they move. So I wonder about if I collaborated with this other person, would that move the same way? Not saying that you should just take that and run with it, but just be mindful and like observe people, be mindful and ask questions to people before you're like, oh, let's jump into this collaboration. Like there's so many people that don't want to collaborate with you after meeting off the first time. And you're like, you don't even know if we have chemistry like that. Yeah. Not even like on a romantic shit. I'm like an artistic chemistry type thing. Like we might not even be compatible. But you're feeling some other thing and you want to collaborate, or you enjoy me as an artist, so you want to collaborate. Mm-hmm. We can appreciate each other's art and realize that we're not compatible as collaborators and leave it at that. So there's that. But I do love collaboration. I really strive with collaboration. I'm not although I'm a person that I can like come up with a whole concept and I'm capable of doing that myself, that's not fun. Like
Yeah.
I wanna collaborate with people. I wanna have people that I can trust, that I can bounce ideas off of, people that show up for production or curation in the same way that I do. So it's like things can work seamlessly. If people have a similar mindset as you, it's almost like telepathy. Like,
Bro, this nigga literally just said that shit last night. He said, these niggas hoes. And they know it. He said, I swear, we say this shit every day. Like, these niggas hoes. I be like, we on the same length on that shit. Like, bro, these niggas hoes in real life. Time. In real life.
We stick through y'all niggas,
He
bro.
just said that shit. He said that shit last night. And I really think it's like that. But I say, like, I told him that we got to distance ourselves, like, a little bit. Because it's like, that ego part is in there. I told him most artists or most, like, people in this entertainment industry got an imposter syndrome. So it's like they're trying to prove something to who gives a fuck. They trying to prove something to who gives a fuck. Like he said, some dude was trying to be too tough or some shit like that. So I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta like distance ourselves away from them niggas. Like that ego shit.
yeah.
And then I don't want to be involved with that because then you know what I mean. It's like you may feel uncomfortable because we real over here. We just say it, and you'll be like, you'll take my what's the thing they say, humbleness. You'll take my confidence. You'll take my confidence as being cocky. And you may think like, oh, and we just confident. So then I understand what you're saying with that ego shit. I think that's like in the whole entertainment industry, that's the one thing I've seen. Like ego driven. It's ego driven.
Yeah.
Everything's ego driven.
Yeah, and it's like it's not even ego that I need you to like. It's not even an ego of like I need to prove to you that I can do this thing. It's like I need to prove you wrong if you think that I can't. And it's like nobody's thinking that you can't do it. It's like you're already feeling like people want you to fail, and then you approach people in a way thinking that they want you to fail. And it's hard to like ignore that shit. It's hard to like move past that thing of like, man, and if they want you to fail, fuck them. Don't work with them.
Exactly.
Don't be around people that want you to fail. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fuck with them. I ain't gonna lie. Do you believe? I don't fuck with people in the industry that be like, "Oh, it's gatekeepers." I was like, "It's people that don't want you to succeed." Do you believe in that?
I do believe that there's gatekeepers, but I do believe we have the total ability to knock that shit down.
Yeah. So, is it really gatekeepers? You think?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And the reason I say that is because there's certain places that only a certain type of DJ can play at. There's certain places that you'll only see 5 DJs playing at in a rotation. Not because that's their shit, but because nobody else can get in there.
They're in a circle.
They're in a circle. They're in a protection kind of thing. There's other places that,
But I don't even take that as gatekeeping. I take that as like, nigga, we cool. Like, we don't know you yet. And you may not be cool.
Are you talking about like when it comes to like demographics of people or like
she ain't talking about no racist shit. She's talking about, nigga, we locked in. If me and you locked in on this camera shit and we got the whole shit on lock and then we making movies and then boom, these niggas, they trying to get on the same field we in and then we just say, nah. And we can talk to Fox, Universal, directly, nigga, and we like, nah. And we just, nah.
Yeah. Like,
and then they got to grind out and work it themselves out. That's the type of shit she's talking about.
Okay.
Or
So,
there's even DJs that'll like, a person will ask a DJ for a recommendation. Instead of recommending a DJ that follows what that person's looking for, they'll recommend themselves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah,
That's straight up key holder shit.
Nah, let me not say that. But I'll get you.
Have you ran into situations like that? Like, call them out, call out the companies.
No, I'm not about to do that, but I have ran into situations like that.
Okay.
For sure, yeah.
Fair enough.
And I've ran into situations that people have passed my name on and on and on and on. And I'm grateful for those people too, yeah. So it's like, I don't know, it's both, there's both sides of the coin and you just gotta keep.
Great shit, no great shit. I say that. That's the only thing I give a fuck about. Because I don't believe in like gatekeepers. I think great shit. Like, great shit. But hey, you speak Spanish? You Puerto Rican in a motherfucker.
I'm Puerto Rican. I don't speak Spanish.
Damn.
Do you release your music, or do you just DJ like live?
I mostly DJ live. I do record sets every now and then. I'm kind of like if you were there, you were there. If you missed it,
Yeah. Like real life. Okay, I feel that. I feel that
Yeah.
completely. So I do want to ask your dreams for the future. So if you're a live person, if you enjoy doing live things,
Mm-hmm.
is there do you do you care? Is that like the only aspect in which you want your art to be perceived? First and foremost.
Not necessarily the only aspect. Um, I feel like I'd care less if my art is perceived, even though I am doing it live.
Yeah.
Like, I could totally see myself in the woods with nobody around on some like battery powered gear, solar powered gear, like
Yeah.
playing a set for the trees.
All right, go back to where you was.
In the woods.
In the
Battery
woods.
power.
I was saying that, yeah, I could see myself like DJing in the woods for the trees on some like solar powered gear and not have anybody in the audience, like
So
any
you do it for yourself.
person. Yeah, or I would do it for like the exchanges with the earth. Like if I was doing that, like I would do it for the trees. I'd do it for the
Yeah.
earth. I
Oh,
do it
you
for
would do it for
them. Like
everybody.
it's not for me. It's for
Exactly.
like this exchange of vibration with these other beings that are giving out vibration.
I love that. That's dope.
So that's your meaning for DJing? You think? Is that your whole reason
I think
for DJing?
so. Like I enjoy the exchange. I enjoy like the live exchange of like giving and receiving.
That's really nice. If you had, first of all, let's talk about past, the places that you have performed. What's your favorite place that you've performed?
Ooh, probably Spotlight in Detroit.
Spotlight, dope. Can you tell us about how you came about that opportunity?
I got invited to DJ a Girls Love Afrobeats party
That's dope.
by Problematic Black Hottie. Shout out Problematic Black Hottie.
Shout out.
She's super dope. Yeah, she hosts a lot of different events. She hosts Girls Love Afrobeats. She also hosts Hottie's World. I'm a genderqueer person, so I remember whenever I was asked to do this event, I was like, I don't want to take this opportunity from like somebody that identifies as like girl or woman because I don't always identify that way. So yeah, I remember that being a conversation and I being like very anxious about even doing this gig. And then she was like, no, you're welcome to come do this thing, please.
Can I ask you other ways you identify?
Yeah, I use they, them pronouns. I identify as like two-spirit, multi-spirit. I'm still learning more about that terminology. I have indigenous roots. What'd you say?
I said we walk around here.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
What do you say? I didn't get it.
I have Taino roots as well. I'm just like some type of hybrid creature, and I'm figuring out what that even is.
I love that. I appreciate that.
For sure. Damn, that's dope.
Can you describe that event? Like, how did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. It was a rainy ass day, so we didn't have all the crowd that we would have liked. But Spotlight is just a super dope place in Detroit. It's like records in the background. There's records on the side. There's a record store. There's a coffee shop. There's a bar. There's an outdoor area. And just like whenever I moved to Michigan, Spotlight was just like one of the favorite places I would go to listen to house music. When you go there, everybody's dancing. That's another great part. Like I like to DJ for crowds that dance. So yeah, everybody doesn't dance. Sometimes people try to look too cool. They don't want to have fun. So yeah.
All right, a little 18-year-old girl. She just graduated high school. Boom. She want to be just like Medusa. What do you have to tell to her? Now, I want to be like Medusa. I want to do this DJ. I want to be like her. What do you want to tell her to save that 10-year gap y'all got right now? So what would you tell her?
8.
I would say
You 29 or 28?
Yeah, I'm 28.
Yeah,
yeah,
10 years.
10 years, you're right. I say do you. Like I was scared to do me for a long time. I was scared to like be for a long fucking time. So If you're 18 and you're like, I'm gonna fucking do this shit, do that shit. Like, run with that. Run with that motivation and keep that shit moving. Because, like, not everybody has that motivation. Not everybody has that drive. If you have that drive, ride that flow.
What was your moment where you had that moment where it's like, oh yeah, I got this shit. Like I know I'm just gonna do me.
I
What was
think
that
I'm
moment?
still, like, constantly coming to, like, revelations of that. I feel like you kind of get reminded, like,
Yeah, I think you got to look at this shit like this way. You got to look at it like number one, you see parties all the time, so
Right.
you probably see it as litter like that. But then you got to see it like I see it from this perspective. Like some people, they don't even know what the fuck they want to do, and you
Right.
know what you want to do. That's like a step ahead of everybody. That's how I see it. I see you like at least you a step ahead. You got that drive, so at least step out on it. And if somebody laugh at you about it, some shit like that, my mom always tell me fun. Like the best thing is like, bro, you doing you. And it's like they hating because they can't do it. They ain't do it. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if I'm sure you probably DJ at some parties, like nobody was there or something like that.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Boom, DJ, and then nobody can. He's like, nobody can. And you probably was like, nah. It's like, bitch, I did that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you still gotta play. If there's 0 people, 1,000 people, more than that, play for the biggest crowd. Like, play as well as you would play for anybody, for any size crowd.
Precisely. I just wanted to ask, place that you want to perform. Dope boots.
Thank
You
you.
putting that shit on. Hold on, I can't even see it. But
He
you
said
putting that
she
shit on.
putting that shit on. He said that so professionally.
You said places I would want to perform.
Yes.
I don't know about like specific venues. I'd like to play in as many venues in Detroit as I can before I move away, just because I'm around there often. So like some places that I haven't played that I would like to play, that would be dope. TV Lounge is one. Where else haven't I played? Alley Deck. I haven't played Temple Bar. That would be dope. UFO Factory.
I cannot lie. I have no idea where these places are.
Yeah.
What makes you want to perform in those places?
The DJs that are fucking dope. Like, those are, like, spots. I feel like there's quite a few different spots in Detroit that you can go to that the DJs are going to be fire every time. Every fucking time. Like, if you want to listen to music and go dance, like, there's places to go to do that.
Are they, like, larger places? Like,
no, not necessarily. Like, the size doesn't always matter. Temple Bar is, like, pretty small dive bar-y. But they have, like, pretty sweet, like, neon signs. There's, like, a dick on one side and a vagina on the other side. It's pretty sweet. I think it's cool.
That's lovely.
Hey, what's that one rapper right now that every time you play that nigga like, boom, got everybody going right now in hip-hop? Rapper, hip-hop. We're talking about hip-hop.
I personally play Tia Corinne.
Tia
Corinne gives people hype. Obviously, Meg is...
I don't know who the fuck that... No.
You don't know Tia Corinne?
He looked at me like, no. I was like, no.
Y'all both don't know Tia Corinne?
I don't know.
We're going to look her up after this.
Yeah, look up Tia Corinne. Look up Tia Corinne.
What type of shit she on?
I don't know how to describe her. I think y'all should just...
Okay.
Is he?
You said Meg?
Of course. Yeah. I'm like not even much of a mainstream music person. I'm not even gonna lie.
So like a mainstream music?
I'm not a mainstream music person. I listen to like more underground, hip hop, underground rappers and shit.
Man, don't tell me you that person. You like the if a person. All right, so if an underground
I
artist.
just want some fire shit.
If an underground artist go big though, you still gonna like him, but you gonna be like, no, he's too mainstream now. And you be like, you gonna be like that.
As long as the production, as long as where they're going with their music doesn't change, then that's where we at with it.
Damn. But these niggas be changing.
Right. Fuck that shit.
You don't think life is like supposed to be like
I'm sure it does, but it don't move me the same way.
See, look, your main fan base is gonna be like this. See, that's why you don't never sell your first album. Don't never sell your first album, nigga. Don't never sell that shit.
Yeah.
Don't never sell your first album.
I feel like nowadays, like being underground, you're still like a extremely successful artist. Like you can still play huge crowds and be an underground artist, not even mainstream.
Yeah, I heard Jack Harlow.
Think about like Rico Nasty, like people like that.
Bro, you gonna keep saying names?
Names that you don't know.
You don't know
You'll
who
see
Rico
a crowd
Nasty is?
with Rico
Get the fuck outta
Nasty.
here.
Got a big crowd. You know Rico Nasty.
Why you keep saying it? Like Rico? No,
Because
we
that's
don't
how
know
she
the fuck
says
that-
it. Rico.
For real.
That's how she says it.
He's like,
Okay, so do you prefer playing? So I'm assuming you prefer playing your own music at venues, or do you like what? Well, I'll ask this. I'll ask a direct question. So first of all, I do want to ask that: do you prefer playing your own music or other people's music?
What do you mean, like music I produce?
Yeah.
I don't produce enough music to like do a set of my own music.
Okay.
Currently, at least.
Okay. Fair enough.
well, you be producing beats.
I used to produce mostly for like dance films I would make actually.
For sure.
And I would even like release the shit.
Would you produce for artists?
I would.
Yeah.
I
You
think
gotta work. It'll be so fun.
yeah. I think
Nigga, did
music
you just say
production.
they don't do that shit when you just meet? This our second time seeing this. This our second time.
Ow!
Is it not?
Nigga,
God,
you
cut.
feel it? Like,
she just came
There's
here.
some bitch ass niggas around here. That's not you.
Oh, no.
Nigga, it's our second time seeing her. God damn it.
You ain't got the vision like I do.
Nigga.
Bro, that's funny as hell.
Hold up. The goddamn computer just stopped too. Perfect timing. How much longer you think we should go? Like 10, 20 more minutes?
I can wrap up. I think I most definitely want to know.
Is there anything else that you want to tap in onto?
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm on your journey.
Yeah.
Nah, I want to know your journey. I ain't gonna wait. I think we good. You went to college. That's about that. All right, that's good. We back in motion.
Back in motion.
Okay. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are in it for the money. I'll be honest. A lot of people are in it for the money. Like, is there a certain amount of money that you would need to get for you to stop, or is it just like I'm never stopping?
Oh my gosh, I think I'd be so sad if I stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to.
Mhm.
I think I'd be legitimately like sad.
Yeah.
All
If
the
you
time.
ever stop music, so you plan on
If
doing
I ever stop like dancing or playing music
Okay.
or like curating vibration frequencies.
Do you identify? So you're DJ Medusa, but do you identify as a more of a DJ or a dancer? And do you dance like in other places?
I think I identify as an artist. When I
Okay.
introduce myself, I say I'm an artist.
Oh, dope.
And I usually talk about both.
Mhm.
I usually tell people that I'm both. Unless they meet me in like a DJ setting, then people don't really like.
Yeah.
People just assume that's my life, and then I just let them assume that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
fair
it's like
enough.
if you're assuming
Fair
that, then that's fine. If you want to ask more, you'll do that. And like I have dance things very, very accessible. Like my dance life is very accessible, even on like my Instagram. So if you wanted to see my dance, like my dance stuff, you could. If you wanted to see my dance film stuff, you could pretty easily see that.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
So, yeah, I just think people follow what they're intrigued by.
Fair enough. So, like, dance life. Like, do you, as like you DJ, do you dance like professionally as well?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I dance professionally. I've toured as a dancer. Danced in Chicago, New York, Detroit.
You met Lil Durk yet?
No.
Chief Keef?
No.
All right, for sure.
Big name artist that you've met.
I didn't meet Chief Keef, but I did open for King Louis before.
Man, you like underground artists. I'm asking the wrong question. You ever see Lil Yerk? She like underground artists so much. But nah, I'm gonna tell you this. It's the dancing, or you gotta choose one. Dancing, DJing.
I can't. I refuse.
If you had to choose one, like guys, like I'm gonna take one of these abilities away from your ass. You got too much. You too fucking dope, Medusa. You killing them down there. You gotta stop doing that shit. Boom. I'm gonna take one. You too fucking dope.
I'd end my life.
Ah, damn. For sure. I get you.
I couldn't choose. I think they intertwine. I think that's why they make so much more sense. Like so much sense to me. Because they mesh, like music and movement mesh.
Yeah.
If you had to describe your journey in one word or one sentence right now, what would it be?
combusting.
For sure. And what's the most lit spot in Chicago? I know because you're a Chicago native.
Oh, the most lit spot was East Room.
Mhm.
East Room closed, but the most lit spot was East Room.
I go to Chicago like not to not get
Giant
shot
Penny
up.
Whistle is like is blowing up. Penny Whistle and posted.
Johnny and Petty.
It's called the Giant Penny Whistle. I think they just call it Penny Whistle.
All right, for sure. Cool. And then only last thing, it was the if you got
Shout out to Tribe in Chicago, DJ
Tribe?
Salem.
We might have to do a part 2, like specifically for dancing.
Yeah.
That might have to be the way, but I feel like you wanna, and I get it. We got places to be.
Nah, it was the we're talking about. Nah, we
part
good.
Part 2.
We good. I'm on your time.
DJ
I'm on-
Medusa,
really your
dance
time.
edition.
But nah, it was the if you got so you from Chicago, you lived up here. I guess you went to U of M, no? So then boom, but you out of college right now. So I really want to ask you. You got all the money in the world, and you already toured. Like I feel like you're a good dancer. So it's like, where would you want to go on this whole goddamn big ass planet? If you got all the money in the world,
If I could just go somewhere right now, I'd probably go to Brazil. I've never been, but
out of curiosity, why so?
I've been called there for a long time. I enjoyed the rhythms of Brazil and Afro-Brazilian rhythms. Rainforests are very interesting to me. Water, beaches.
Understood.
That's dope. That's dope.
I understand.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Oh.
Didn't you just say Brazil?
I would travel to Brazil. I don't think I would live in Brazil.
Oh yeah, where would you live? Yeah.
In my mind, I'm imagining somewhere that is surrounded by nature and foliage, and I'm close to water, and close to mountains, and close to sun.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't
All
see
at
you
the same
nowhere
time.
else but Ann Arbor. Like I can see you like being suburban, like
Oh
in like
my gosh.
with the hey,
I don't know how I feel about that.
I can see you like living a happy, perky life with you.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm the least suburban person.
You, husband, and then kids, and then boom.
Ew, I pick a fence with a fucking golden retriever.
Hi,
Ew.
I'm Dave.
I am Dave.
All right, but
It's not a bad life, but it's not the life I want right now.
like the happy ass fun auntie.
I don't know if I would like suburban life. It's kind of creepy.
You don't like it?
Suburbs are kind of creepy.
100%.
Oh shit, you from Chicago? I want to ask you this too. Hey, is that all that shooting? Is that propaganda or is that real shit?
It's mostly propaganda, like how it is in Detroit, like how people talk about Detroit. Like,
Oh, they
it's
understand.
not as loud and as people say it is. It is like shit does go down, but it's not as loud and as people say it is, like in Detroit.
I understand.
You may not be looking for that shit, but if you look for that shit,
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Why you say that so scared? You said, you are fine.
Look straight into the camera and everything.
I do want to say, I tell my brother this. I say, the most perfect man that you can imagine, only you have potential to be that person. The Medusa, the most perfect Medusa that you would imagine, what is the life that she lives?
I think they live a abundant life filled with people they love and time to themselves and time with their people and time with nature and earth and their spiritual being.
That's lovely. You ever do the 5 years? Like you're a college person, like you do the 5 years and 5 years in the future. This is how my like a day in the life. I'm assuming you're gonna be obviously still doing dancing, still doing DJing. I want to know about the dance. So, do you DJ more or dance more?
I think currently I DJ more often, but I'm shifting into dancing and teaching more often.
Oh, and you teach. So do you teach dance?
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely.
I'm gonna be teaching at a university in Utah soon.
And so I do also remember that you said you were going to be moving to Utah to teach like full time.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Are you gonna also do you plan to be also DJing like as much as you are like now?
People want to book me.
Yeah. Do you have like How do you promote yourself? How do you get most of your like opportunities, either dance or
See her
teaching?
page be popping. You be got all the flyers.
Yeah.
You be having flyers. Like I remember the first time we met, I seen you the photos, and he was like, she posted like 3 flyers, and one day I was like, damn, fuck.
Yeah, you mostly
I
be out
used to
here.
have a time in life that I was DJing like 3 or 4 times a week. I'm not DJing that often right now, but I mean, yeah, I
Look.
be out here making moves.
Yeah.
People come and people see me, so
We
it's
mad.
kind of like
We missed you last night. I was mad at the motherfucker.
Yeah.
We forgot. We missed you last night.
yeah, y'all missed that peach jam. We were shaking ass. Y'all missed it. Look at y'all. Got him.
Oh wait, you was it?
You was playing with this one girl last night. I was
No, was it? Hey. Let's not talk about that.
Y'all
Nigga, I'm
put
private.
yourself
I'm
last.
private, nigga.
Airing out their laundry.
I'm private, nigga.
Honestly, because we are trying to do more. This is the business. This is the business. He's been telling me, and that's why I think it was so out of box. That he was
No,
trying to flirt
bro.
with this girl last night.
No.
That we can't.
But you gotta
be
understand.
getting into that.
We be in a like. Okay, you seen when we was out. He dances. He's out. He's like he takes it as a party. Me, I take it as like a work, like a job.
I enjoy dancing.
But I take it as
I'm
like,
dancing for girls. I'm not.
no. But I take it as like we here to do this and leave. Like that's how I take it. So now if I take some photos, if I get paid to go take photos, I'll be like, boom. I'm not trying to club with the art. I'm not trying to be cool because that's like, especially with artists, you see like a lot of people they got like they got to prove themselves to this. I'm street enough. I'm cool enough for this artist. You know what I mean? So like I don't want to get wrapped up in none of that. Come right here. This right here will be a good post. And then I leave. Oh yeah, you want a bottle? And it's like, nope, don't even drink. I'm out that bit. You know what I mean? So then, but him, he's like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. And then like, oh girl, oh hey, do you have a husband?
Not this
Oh my
Mickey
goodness.
Mouse voice. You never just went with this Mickey Mouse voice.
Do you have a husband? And then he over there like, bro, don't be flirting with these bitches. No, I got the green screen. I be shooting photo shoots for ladies and shit. He be flirting. I'm like, nigga, stop that flirting shit. You gonna fuck up the client. Like, we not, no.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta keep it professional.
that timing is not on this timing. So he don't got that. I remember last night, he was like, took a photo of some, I would say call them MILFs. They were,
Oh my goodness.
they were older ladies. They were older ladies. And then this nigga gonna ask him, he's like, I'm thinking he was talking to him about regular shit. He talking about, do you have a husband? I'm like, bro, don't do that. You can do it by yourself, but don't do it by me. You gonna fuck? They gonna think I'm the cameraman. That's, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you be trying to sweet them.
like me, like I got that like borderline. Like, no, if I do photo shoots for you, bitch, we doing photo shoots.
I get you. I'm doing my best.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm successing.
Nigga, you failed last night. Nigga,
Oh
we
my
talking, this was
goodness.
last night.
It was last. I do apologize. Oh.
What was the question that y'all even asked me?
Was they shaking ass last night?
Oh my God.
Was they
Yeah, everybody was. Every single person in the bar.
Damn, it's called Peaches. What bar
It was
was
called
that?
Peach Jam.
Oh my
It was at LA Bar. I'm there every Wednesday.
All right, for sure.
Oh.
All right, but now you say you toured. Who you on tour with?
I've toured dancing. As a dancer, like professional collaborator, me and like 2 other people tour. Did a show in New York, in Chicago, and in the Jam Handy in Detroit. I'm gonna be touring to Philly soon, but I'll be doing music for a dance performance.
We are super ignorant in this field, so we thinking like, are you a background dancer for a main artist, or like,
No.
what was the vibe for dancing?
No, like I will go and do like performances at like arts venues, not like concert venues or music venues.
Mhm.
It's like when you go to like a dance concert or like a art gallery and there's like dancers in it or something like that.
Wait, is it like a
Like when I performed in New York, I performed in a church, but it's for this like organization called Movement Research. But they host their shows within this like old church.
And what type of vibe? What's the vibe?
Fucking weird and dope and cool.
Is it like is it things like Cat? Is it like Cat when it's like?
No, it's not like
my
it's not
goodness.
like musicals. I'm not
You know
into like
Cat is?
Broadway.
No, she don't even know Cat. She talking about the
Oh,
Broadway thing.
Cats! I thought you were talking about Cats. Like
Oh no, there's a
Cat.
person named Kat, and she's like this like alien, mystical, illusion person. We had a show in like high school. It's called Transformation, and like it's a hip hop show. But she's like the only person. She's like dimmed the lights, and she's like, "This is an experience."
She literally no. He's not joking when he did that. She literally started doing this. And then she literally got in the crowd, and it was super fun because everybody started doing that shit. It was like super funny because everybody was just like, just mad at everybody in there just doing this.
This is dope as that.
Like
That's
literally.
fun.
So is it like
That
that's
sounds
what I'm
fun.
imagining.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
some
what
weird
it is?
shit like that. Kinda.
Do
Not
you
all
know
the time.
Cat Stein? Cat.
No.
I should know, Kat.
All right, for sure. Y'all should know each other. She in Ann Arbor too.
Cool.
Y'all should know each other.
Okay, I'll do my best to wrap up.
See ya. Dark Side out.
Ty, I just first of all, your fans.
All my fans.
These are your fans, exactly.
I don't even like. It's
how do
wild
you-
to even hear somebody say that. It's so funny. But continue.
You gotta think. You got people looking up to you. Like I feel
Yeah.
like y'all gotta like
I know,
take this
like,
shit. Take your
you're
shit
in the
big,
industry.
even if you think you small. Cause you bigger than that
Yeah.
that graduated high school right now, the 18 year
Right.
old. So it's like
I don't think I'm small necessarily, but it's just like
You
know,
doing your thing.
You're artists, and people are like, "Oh,
You just
you're
do your
fans."
thing.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just do your
It's
thing.
just interesting to hear. But continue.
What would you leave them with?
Thank you. Much love to you all. Thank you for showing up and showing out. It means a lot when people are physically in the space. So that means a lot when y'all really come out and put your feet in the building. It makes a big difference. And I appreciate it.
Real life, real life. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.